justify their mediocrity. It's the escape hatch they use when shit gets hard. Let me tell you, the only talent you need is the talent for grinding, the talent for suffering, the talent for never fucking quitting. The night before my first long-distance triathlon, the Ultraman World Championships in Hawaii, 2006. Picture this. I'm standing on the deck of some sprawling $7 million beach house in Kona. Moonlight on the water, gentle breeze, the whole 9 yards. Sounds nice, right? Fucking paradise. But I wasn't feeling paradise. I was standing there with my mother, looking out at the ocean I was supposed to swim 6.2 miles in the next morning, followed by 261 miles on a bike I barely knew, and a 52.4-mile run, a double marathon, all circumnavigating the Big Island. And I felt nothing. No, that's not right. I felt the chip on my shoulder, heavier than ever. How'd I end up in this palace? After Badwater, after running 101 miles on fucked up feet and zero training, I got some attention. Raised money for the Special Operations Warrior Foundation. Got written up, interviewed. Suddenly, I was somebody. And this multi-millionaire dude I'd never met invites me, the kid from the gutter in Buffalo, the fat exterminator, the guy who still felt like an outsider even in the SEAL teams, to stay in his fucking mansion for the race. A generous gesture, sure, on the surface. But you know what I saw? I saw validation based on external bullshit. He wouldn't have given two shits about David Goggins, the wannabe thug from Brazil, Indiana. He cared about David Goggins, the Navy SEAL ultra runner who did crazy shit. It just reinforced my belief. You gotta earn your place every fucking day, and external validation doesn't mean shit if you haven't conquered the demons inside. My refrigerator, metaphorically speaking, was still empty. This fancy house. It didn't fill it. If anything, staying there just pissed me off more, reminded me of the sewer I crawled out of, the rent I was still paying on that internal shithole. I brought my mom there to share the better life, but my gaze was locked firmly on that sewer level. Never forget where you came from. Never get comfortable. So the race starts. Kona Pier, same start line as the famous Ironman World Championships. But this ain't Ironman. 30 athletes total. Not 1,200 plus. Small group. You can look every single competitor in the eye, size him up. And that's when I saw him, the hardest man on that beach. Not the ripped triathlete, not the seasoned veteran, the guy in the wheelchair. Yeah, ready to tackle this insane 3-day stage race, 6.2-mile swim, 261-mile bike, 52.4-mile run using only his fucking arms. Talk about heart. Talk about presence. Talk about no fucking excuses. That man, whoever he was, embodied the spirit of Ultra. He was immense. That's who I was searching for ever since Bud S. People with that uncommon mindset. People who train and live uncommon 24/7, not just when the uniform is on or the race starts. People who understand that talent is not required. Only heart, only grit, only the refusal to quit. He had every reason to be home, feeling sorry for himself. Instead, he was on the starting line of one of the hardest races on the planet. That image burned into my mind. That's the standard. Doesn't mean I was ready, though. Still didn't own a bike. Borrowed one 3 weeks before from a buddy. High-end Griffin, custom-made for a guy bigger than me. Borrowed his clip and shoes too, clown-sized. Filled the gap with thick socks, compression tape. Learned bike mechanics, fix flats, chains, spokes. Fuck no. Just logged 1,000 miles in 3 weeks, brute force. Wake up 4 a.m., 100-mile ride before work. Weekends, 125 miles, then run a marathon off the bike. Training swims, did 6 total, 2 in open water. You see the pattern, relying on grit, not preparation. Thinking my SEAL training, my ability to suffer, could overcome sheer stupidity and lack of specific skill. In the ultra octagon, every weakness gets exposed. The swim, 10 kilometers, should take maybe 2.5 hours for a decent swimmer. Took me over 3, and it hurt. Sleeveless wetsuit for buoyancy, yeah, but too tight under the arms. 30 minutes in, armpits chafing raw. An hour in, the salt water turned the edge of that suit into fucking sandpaper. Every single stroke ripped my skin open, bloody on both sides. Switched to side stroke, backstroke, anything to find relief that never came. And the ocean, choppy as hell, swallowed gallons of seawater. Stomach doing backflips. Puked half a dozen times at least. The pain, the shitty mechanics, the strong current. I swam a crooked line, probably covered 7.5 miles just to finish 6.2. Staggered onto the shore, legs like jelly, vision rocking like I was drunk on an earthquake. Had to lie down right there. Crawled behind the bathrooms, puked my guts out again. Meanwhile, other swimmers cruising into transition, hopping on their bikes, gone in a blink. Me. Still on my knees, the simple questions hammering me again. Why the fuck am I even out here? I'm not a triathlete. I'm chafed to hell, sick as fuck, and the first part of the ride is all uphill. Why do you keep doing this to yourself, Goggins? Sounded like a whiny bitch, didn't I? But dwelling on that shit wasn't gonna help. Needed comfort, needed to regroup. Ignored the other athletes, focused inward. Get my legs under me. Slow the spinning mind. Got some food down little bits. Treated the bloody cuts under my arms. Changed clothes, yeah, most triathletes don't, saves time. Fuck that. Put on comfortable bike shorts like a shirt. 15 minutes later, upright, in the saddle, climbing into the damn lava field, still nauseous. Pedaled, puked, drank, puked again. Gave myself one job, only one, stay in the fight, stay in it long enough to find a foothold. 10 miles climbing onto the shoulder of that giant volcano. See legs faded, found momentum. Started seeing riders ahead, bogeys on the radar, picked them off, one by one. Victory, even small ones, is a cure-all. Pass one motherfucker, feel a little less sick. Pass another, feel stronger. Started 14th place after that disastrous swim. 90 miles later, end of the bike leg approaching. Only one man left in front. Gary Wang, the race favorite. Hammering towards the day one finish line. Saw a reporter, photographer, Triathlete magazine, interviewing Gary. They didn't expect my black ass to show up. Watched me roll past Gary, watched me coast across the line. That dream I'd had since Badwater, being in position to win an ultra. This was it. Intergalactic expectations. Finished day one in first place. Next morning, stage 2 171-mile bike ride. Mountains, then back to the coast. Gary Wang had his buddy Jeff Landor, the land shark. They rode together. Gary knew the course, I didn't. Mile 100, I was about 6 minutes behind them. Mom and Kate, my two-headed crew, doing leapfrog support. Water bottles, GU packets, protein drinks handed off on the move. Nutrition dialed in much better this time. Learned that lesson in San Diego, biggest climb of the day looming. Mountains mean pain, pain is my business. Road pitches up, head down, hammer down, lungs burning, flipping inside out. Heart pounding like a bass drum. Crest the pass. Mom pulls alongside, yells, "David, you are 2 minutes off the lead." Roger that, tucked into an arrow position, shot downhill, over 40 mph. Borrowed bike, borrowed shoes, questionable skills, but full fucking commitment. Focused on the white line, perfect form. Road levels out, all-out effort, 27 mph pace. Got the land shark and his buddy on the hook. Reeling them in, closing the gap. Victory within reach. Bang, front tire blows, before I can even think I'm flying. Somersaulting over the handlebars, slow motion horror show, then impact, hard, right side shoulder crumpled, face skidding on asphalt, rolled onto my back stunned. Mom slams on the brakes, rushes over, bleeding from 5 places. Nothing felt broken, amazingly, except the helmet cracked in 2. Sunglasses shattered and the bike fucked, ran over a bolt, pierced the tire, tube, rim, road rash, shoulder pain, blood dripping, didn't care, only thought the bike, underprepared, again. No spare parts, no clue how to fix it. Had a backup bike, yeah, rented piece of shit. Heavy, slow, no clip-in pedals, called the race mechanics. Waited, seconds bleeding into minutes. 20 precious minutes lost, mechanics show up. Don't have the right supplies either, fuck, hopped on the clunker, kept rolling, tried not to think about bad luck, missed opportunities. Just needed to finish strong, stay close. Day 3 was the double marathon, my territory. Knew I was the best runner. 16 miles from the finish line. Bike mechanic finds me again. Fixed the Griffin, switched bikes again, made up 8 minutes. Finished day 2 in 3rd place. 22 minutes behind the leaders, Gary and the Land Shark. Day 3, double marathon, 52.4 miles. Simple strategy, right? Go out hard. Boston qualifying pace again. Build a huge lead. Crush their souls with my opening splits. Let them see my lead grow, make them race each other for second. Then when I inevitably blow up later, the cushion would be big enough to hold on. Simple, stupid, no real strategy at all. All motor, no intellect, just relying on grit and the assumption that my running ability was superior. Mile 35. Already in agony, walking more than running, blew up way too early. Mile 40. Saw their crew cars pull up, chiefs peeping my form, saw the weakness, saw the open